Hello, everyone. Welcome here. Damn it. It's not supposed to do that. Okay, there we go. If you mess up the key combo for switching to the other computer, when OBS is focused, sometimes it decides it wants to swap scenes instead of swapping computers. Anyway, as I was about to say, today we're going to play some RuneScape. And currently we're here at the ruins of something or other, because I was doing Temperos before this. And honestly, we might continue doing Temperos. I've got a bunch of fishing levels I need to get. Anyway. Oh. I got a fish barrel earlier today, so that's very nice. That'll be quite helpful when I'm trying to actually catch fish for using later. I should probably do one of these elite clues. Oh yeah, I caught the big harpoon. I got the big harpoon fish too. I don't think this thing's actually useful for anything. I could trade in for 25 soaked pages. Oh, you can stuff a taxidermist and have it mounted in your POH apparently. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh. I might as well keep it. I'll go ahead and put it in the cosmetics tab though. Speaking of cosmetics, I think that we're going to take a diversion. And I'm going to go and acquire some stuff. Did I get rid of that? Or do I have to go get a new one? No, I did keep it. Okay, cool. That'll make things a little easier then. Alright. So there was a patch today. And it was changed so that the spooky chair from this year's Halloween event, which is pretty cool by the way, if you drop it, it follows you around for a little bit before reappearing back in your inventory. But anyway, it was changed so that you can put the spooky chair into your pet house in your POH. And now we have a chair in our house. Which I generally approve of. Anyway. However, let's see, what do I want to do today? What do we have for questing? Okay, I still have the Sins of the Father boss. I'm not doing that today. I don't have enough money to pay death bank fees. I did a night at the theater all the way up to the point where I actually had to do the raid. Because there was something I heard about planning to do a group raid soon, TM. Thought that was today, but I'm not sure. Got a couple of quests I probably should get done. Lunar Diplomacy for starters. I do have all the recs for that. I got them a little while ago. The problem is, I'm not sure if I have everything I would actually need for that. It looks like I have all the item requirements, so that's good. There's not much you have to actually fight for this quest. Yeah, I'll do temper oscillator. Let's go take care of lunar diplomacy. So we need to go to Relica for this. Let's deposit our stuff. And then gonna have to fight Suka. How many charges do I have in my crystal bow? $2,000. That should be plenty. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab some gear. Won't need anything too fancy. Take Barrow's gloves. I don't think I'll bring... Yeah, we'll bring Black Deide. I don't really need Graceful for this. And then... Amulet of Glory. It's a reasonable choice. I don't really have any good boots. I mean, I do have these boots, but I should put these back into the group storage. Anyway. Gonna bring the climbing boots purely for fashion reasons. And then we'll bring the Explorer's Ring because +1 prayer bonus. Alright. Good enough gear. And then for the actual crap I need for the quest, we need a bullseye lantern. It doesn't have to be a standard bullseye lantern because you're going to replace the lens in it anyway. Tinderbox, a Guam and a Marintil, a Drummond staff, a pickaxe, pestle and a mortar, hammer, needle and thread, and a spade. Okay, and then we're also going to bring a rune pouch loaded with house teleport. Okay. I think this will be good enough. Alright. It says we need access to these different elemental altars. We do, but also we don't in the way they mean it. And it says we need a needle and thread, but I have a costume needle, so that should work for both of those. Anyway. So we gotta go to Relica. Best way to get to Relica is probably the DKS Fairy Ring. Yeah. Okay. DKS. Then we talk to a Lokar Sea Runner on the docks. Oh. Is he way over in the far dock? I think he is, yeah. Alright. Anyway. So basically we're going to be posing as a diplomat from Relica to the Moon Clan, who are another group of Fremennik, who split off from the mainland Fremennik many, many, many years ago. And since then they have been feuding, I guess you could say. Anyway, so we got a seal of passage. Which marks us as said diplomat. And then we're going to try to go visit the Moon Clan. Alright, welcome to Pirate's Cove. An annoying place that I wish would go away, but oh well. Oh, I should have brought my shoulder parrot. So anyway, we meet up with the captain of the pirate ship, and he agrees to take us to the Moon Clan Island. But somehow, despite his best attempts, we end up right back where we started. So now we have to figure out why the ship isn't actually sailing to where we want it to sail. So we go yell at the navigator for a bit. And then we go back and talk to the captain. And then we go yell at the navigator some more. Anyway. So it's the navigator's theory there's some kind of magic on the ship that's preventing it from sailing where it's supposed to, namely where he put what he course he specified. There's a lot of steps in this quest that are like, okay, well now what do you do? Well, I guess you run around and talk to everyone. That obviously I'm skipping with Quest Helper because I know exactly who to go talk to actually progress. This is a very long and annoying part of the... It's long and annoying even with Quest Helper. Without it, it's unbearable. Anyway, so the ship is jinxed. Oh no. So now we need to figure out why. Ugh. And unlike Corsair's curse, this time it's actually somewhat real and not just a guy giving the rest of the crew food poisoning. Okay. So after a bunch of running around talking to various crew members, you come to the conclusion that they probably offended the Moon Clan somehow, which isn't too surprising. Anyway, this part of the quest is really dumb. And that is why Spacebar exists. Okay, so the cabin boy tells us that someone from the Moon Clan did indeed put a bunch of symbols around the ship. So we need to go find those symbols. And we do that by using an emerald lantern on a whole variety of different items in the ship. And then rubbing the symbol that we find on the thing out. Now, if we didn't know exactly what these items were, we would have to go around and try the lantern on every single item on the ship, and it would take an unbearable amount of time. Thankfully, it's the same items every time, and so we can just drop that. I don't want it. Anyway, it's same items every time, so we can just have Quest Hopper show us where to go use the lantern. You know, if you only ever had to do this quest like once, ever, then it would probably be fine not to have Quest Hopper at all. But by the time you're on your third or fourth time through the quest, well, let's just say it's a really good thing Quest Hopper exists. Ugh. Of course, the only reason you'd ever be on your third or fourth time through is if it's your third or fourth account. Which I guess nobody's making me have 3 accounts. But here we are nonetheless. Okay, so now that we've rubbed out all the symbols, we set sail for Moon Clan Island and we actually make it this time. Yay! Now for the actual, at least somewhat interesting part of the quest. Which this quest is still long and annoying. Just look at all the steps. But at least we're past the dumbest part of it. Okay. Let's change the emerald lantern back into a sapphire lantern, which will actually be of use later. So over here we have a house on legs. There's a rune shop in there that actually is very helpful. There's the bank. A couple other small shops and stuff around town. But one of the really important useful features of this island is over here. There's the astral rune altar over here. And unlike the other rune altars, this one's just exposed to the air. Because unlike the others, it was not destroyed back in... oh, whenever it was that all the rune altars were destroyed. I don't remember what age that would have been. Long time ago, anyway. Ugh. So, I'm not sure how this name is supposed to be pronounced. So I'm not even going to try. But they explained to us that the Moon Clan and the Fremennik, or the other Fremennik, I guess I should say, are in very strong disagreement over what should be done about magic. Which is why they don't get along. And she wants us to undertake some kind of ritual to help understand the Moon Clan better or some bullshit. Anyway. Oh. So now we need to go talk to the old lady at the chicken house. Which, if you didn't have screen shake turned off, this would be moving around rather violently. Anyway, you can buy soul runes here for a reasonable price. Also law runes, one of the few stores that sells them. Very handy store. That's not why we're here though. Oops. Click the wrong thing. Oh. Okay, so we need to make a waking sleep potion. So, to do that, we need a special vial. And then we use a guam and a we fill it with water and use a guam and a marintil on it. And that is actually a really efficient herb lore training method. Because you get 84 herb lore XP per herb used on this potion. It is extremely tedious to do, but it gives you a really good return for some otherwise incredibly cheap and common and worthless low-level herbs. Which means, of course, some people use it for herb training. Unfortunately, I believe you can't do it after the end of the quest. So if I wanted to actually do it, I'd have to do it now, which I will not be doing. Oh, because that sounds like ass. Anyway, let's hurry up and safe spot a couple of Suka. We need to get a tooth from one, and we need 4 hides. So it shouldn't take long at all to get what we require. Okay, Asuka hide, Grammy Marintil. Might as well pick it up. Waste not, what not. Due to the way this guy spawns, he's particularly easy to safe spot against this tree. So the tooth we need is a fairly common drop. Having said that, we're probably going to end up going dry on it. I think it's like a 1 in 3 or some shit. I'd have to look up the number to be exactly the numbers to be exactly sure. Well, here. I can just look up drops. Suka Tooth is a 1 in 8.7, 1 in 1.87. Okay, so it's even more common than I thought it was. So hopefully we won't have to kill more of these than the initial 4 we have to kill for the hide. Okay. There's the tooth we need. We need 1 more hide. Then we can go talk to the whatever the hell she is over here to proceed to the next step. Hello, Dread. Well, there's another tooth, which we don't need. I will take it anyway because I... they are used for some other things. So it might save me a little bit of time in the future. Okay, so now we need to make a lunar staff. And to do that, we have to take a Drummond staff to all 4 of the elemental altars. And the way we're going to do that, we're going to go to the Guardians of the Rift world. So let's do the US East one. Okay. Start popping out an hour-long walk. Very tiring when he wants to say hi and play with everyone. I'm sure it is. Okay. Damn it. We missed our chance at the air altar there. Oh, damn it. We have to use it on the air altar first. Okay. Well, I guess we're waiting. I guess we're not waiting very long. Okay, now we need to fire altar. Hell yeah. Switch to fire at just the right time. Okay. And next to the water altar. Damn it, it's switching back and forth between air and fire. Stop it! We're gonna have to wait for the next game at this rate. It needs to be water next. And it's earth. Of course it's earth. Well, I guess we're waiting. And waiting. There we go. Hell yeah. We're almost certainly going to have to wait for the next game, though, unless we're very lucky and it immediately switches to Earth at the very end of the game, which it is not going to do. Okay, rip. Yeah. Well, we're going to have to wait for the next game. If it wasn't for Guardians of the Rift, you'd have to run around to each individual altar. And it's a pain in the butt, it takes a while. It's just... it's not great. There's a couple of quests where you have to visit a bunch of different rune altars. And Guardians of the Rift being a thing has completely revolutionized them to make it amazingly better. I don't remember what the exact timing of the first portal's opening. I think it's only like 1:20 or something. So we got a while to wait. Unfortunately. Comes the first group of people flooding back with their shards ready to craft into essence to go craft into runes. Actually, does the first portal open at 100? No, it's 120. Because we just got the 20-second warning. Hopefully it opens Earth. Nope. Okay, well, now we wait. It's like gonna be a 1 in 4 chance. Now we get the one we're looking for. There's always a chance, a small one admittedly, but a chance, that it will go the entire game without ever popping up the one we need. That would be annoying. Come on. Earth Altar. Probably would have been faster run to the Earth Altar from Varrock already, but oh well. I'm here now and I'm not there. I'd have to go to the bank, hope I have a Earth Talisman. This is just easier. By at least a little bit. Stop popping water, damn it. There we go, finally. Okay, we got the lunar staff. Now we need to go back where we just came from. Oh, that's right, I gotta leave here normally first. Okay. So the lunar staff can be used as a Drahman staff. But not yet. Which means I gotta go grab a Drahman staff from the bank. Of course I do. I forgot you can't use it during this stage of the quest. That was extremely annoying on the UIM because I obviously only had the one Drahman staff. And then I go and try to use it. And I can't. Let's go ahead and remove most of our armor for now. Don't need it anyway anymore. Don't think the emerald lens matters later. Yeah, it's junk now. Okay. Go ahead and ferry ring out beside Relica and head on into town. Okay, I didn't actually equip it. There we go. Okay. I do want to put the teleport out here in my POH. The problem is not only do I not have the runes for it, but I don't have the money to put in the teleport room. I would need to go make a bunch of cash. So I'm going to make cash. I have other things I need to spend it on right now. So, unfortunately, we're not going to get a portal out here, even after I finish the quest for a while. Okay. Okay. Now we got to gather a bunch of materials so we can make the rest of the lunar armor. So we're going to need to get a bunch of lunar ore, both for now and for later quests. And to do that, we need to go to this mine over here. Ow. These bastards are being mean to me. Okay. So I need 4 lunar ore, looks like. Okay. I don't think there is a furnace here. So we'll have to leave and go get it smelted. Okay, we have the let's go to Varrock and use the Varrock Campbell. That's one of the most convenient ones. Okay, that's taken care of. Now, back to Lunar Isle. Let's grab a little bit of food. Heal ourselves up first. Okay. That's good enough. Now, I believe this seems to be right. Yeah, looks like it. The real annoying part of this quest is that it requires so much running around for no good reason. Oh well. The rewards are worth it. It unlocks a whole new spell book full of all kinds of useful, mostly skilling related spells, but not entirely. That's how you get things like plank make. Super glass make, which is very important. A few others like that. Super Glassmake in particular is a very handy assistant for later crafting training. Okay, where's the person I'm supposed to talk to? Over here, apparently. Okay. Oh, I forgot we need to kill Marsuka for... Oh well. I really should have grabbed that graceful. Oh well. We'll get there eventually. Damn it, I banked my... Okay, well... Guess we'll find out if he can kill this thing by just beating it up with a staff. Yeah. We could, in theory, flinch it to death, probably. I don't want to be here that long. So, let's go back and get the actual combat gear. I think you can use the bank here on the island at this point. Guess we'll find out. It takes forever to run anywhere. Come on, waddle faster, damn it. Oh, I should have turned my prayers off too. Oops. That definitely is not helping. Okay. I need... let's bring the D-hide and the crystal bow. Oh, I've done the mining steps so we can get rid of the pickaxe and hammer. Of course, that's what I thought when I got rid of the bow and armor, that I was done with the combat. Or at least that part of the combat. Alas, I forgot you need to go kill some other... Should have grabbed food, but I'm planning to safe spot them, so hopefully I won't need it. How much more slowly can you walk, damn it? I guess so long as he isn't planning to cast spells at us, there's no reason to pray against him. Finally. And he had nothing of any value that we could ever want. Alright, well. Not sure. Not sure how long it'll take. Should only be a couple kills. But you never know. Okay, got the thing we needed. Now to slowly make our way back to town. That is the principal problem with this quest. You spend a lot of time running around for no good reason. Oh. I'll be glad when this quest is done. Hello, Carlo. Welcome here. Okay, where do we need to go? Oh yeah, we're over there again. Alright. Might go to sleep. Well, good luck getting to sleep, Colo. Yeah, I would really like to go to sleep right now, but I don't want to go to sleep too early, or I will wake up too early, and then I'll be even tireder tomorrow. I've been trying not to nap during the day, and that's turning out to be a mistake. Napping during the day is very nice. It helps you all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for stream in the evenings. Ooh, celestial ring. I think that's the crystal ring that you can get off crystal implings. Oh, no. That's the mining enhancer from Shooting Stars. Okay, I have one of these. It can be combined with the Elven Signet to make the Celestial Signet. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, so this is less impressive than I initially thought it might be, but it's still a very useful item to have. We need coins to pay for getting the hide stand. Well, we can get them in town from the bank. And while we're there, I'm going to stow some of this stuff. I think I might still have some energy potions. Let's check. I do. Okay, so these are largely crap. Because they're the basic energy potion, which only restores 10 energy. But they're better than nothing, so I'll chug them. Okay. Get our hide stand. And then we finished making our lunar armor. Let's go to the bank and dump some of the stuff we definitely don't need. Like these lunar ores. They're for much later quest. Okay, spades no longer required, cost for needles no longer required. Okay. Well, let's go get the rest of the stuff we need from what's her face over there. And let's move on to the last section of the quest. Okay. Gotta wear all this crap. The lunar armor is kind of ugly. Plus, it's not that useful. Damn it, I ditched my... Well, that's why the bank's right here. Okay. Now, which platform to go to first? That one? Oh, the race challenge sucks. Wait. Did I actually start the damn race? Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. What the hell? Screwed up and failed the first obstacle and didn't realize it. This race is just really annoying. It's complete RNG fest, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Okay, we made it, thankfully. Should have brought food, oh well. Okay. Thankfully, I don't have to think about the answers to these. Okay. Okay, that's completed. Now I go back to talk to the guy in the center again. Okay. Okay. Any more of them damn things we gotta do? Okay. What do we have left after this? A few more challenges. This would be another puzzle that'd be very annoying if it wasn't for Quest Hopper. Oh. Okay, you get flipped. You get flipped. It is a little bit annoying how while the animation's going on, you can't just run to another one and start it too. Come on, move over there already. Hopefully we don't have too many more of these to do. Alright, that's all we have to do? Finally. In space? Not really. Oh. Now we've got what? 3 more challenges left? Oh, this one. Work correctly, this is pure trial and error. Yep. Okay, it's not that one. Okay, it's that one. So this one should be guaranteed. And hopefully it just takes us straight through. Nope. Takes so long to jump from each thing. And then every time you screw up, you gotta start over in the beginning. Did I try this direction already? Apparently not. Let's keep trying the straight path. Okay, that's very obviously not the right direction to go. So we jumped when we went north the last time. We have to go this way. Let's try north again. That is not correct. I believe last time we tried to go straight north. This time we'll just continue across. And we're back at the beginning. Hopefully it lets us just go straight north here. Nope. Why would it? I hate this section so much. It's not the worst, but there's definitely much worse places. But it's so boring. And there's this stupid little animation that takes a surprising amount of time between every click. Which makes it the fact that it starts you over every single time just that little bit more. Come on, jump ready, damn it. We'll try north one more time here. Nope, that was not it. All right. Man, this is taking forever. Okay, north of the next rank. That is not correct. We have to go all the way to the edge. Ugh. Alright, well. Off we go, I guess. We should time this because I'm curious how long it takes to finally get back up to the end when you're almost at set end. Okay, this should be that. Finally. Now we just have 2 left. If I remember correctly, this one's not too bad. Alright, so we have to beat this character in a log chopping competition. Thankfully, it's not particularly difficult because they're deliberately quite slow. I don't remember how many you have to cut to win this. Hello, survey. Welcome here. We're a bit over halfway to our goal. The sounds these are making once you chop them down reminds me of Autonauts. Too bad that game kind of sucks. I shouldn't say it kind of sucks. Autonauts is a quite good game. But also, After a while, its art style just grates on me. And I eventually get really tired of its mechanics too. It could be a really good game, it just kind of isn't. It has potential. All right. Now we're almost done. There, now we just have to fight a clone of ourselves, who is not particularly challenging. Forgot about the teleporting around part. Don't know why that was even added in. Certainly doesn't make it any harder, just slows it down a little bit. Okay. Yay, that's completed. Now, let's go back and talk to What's-Her-Face over by the Astral Altar and complete this quest. I don't think we're going to be doing Dream Mentor tonight yet. Dream Mentor unlocks more spells from the spell book we're getting here as a reward. The Lunar Spellbook. Two quest points, 5,000 magic XP, 5,000 runecraft, ability to use lunar spells, 50 astral runes. Okay, they got us to runecraft 56. Take those, I suppose. Alright. So the Lunar Spellbook has a variety of interesting spells in it. Things like Cure Plant, which cures disease on a farming patch. Not terribly useful, because Plant Cure can be bought from any farmer. Geomancy, which apparently checks farming patch status. That's also not terribly useful, let's be honest. Bake Pie, which does exactly what it suggests. It bakes any pies in your inventory without needing to stove, and more importantly, you have a 0% fail chance when you're using the Bake Pie spell, so you can't fail to bake them and burn them by accident, which is very nice. Monster Examine, which gives you all the information you could get off a monster by just looking on the wiki without having to go to the wiki. It's very helpful for new content that just released when the wiki hasn't updated yet. NPC Contact, which is the real reason why you'd want to do this quest, or one of them anyway. It allows you to talk with various NPCs from a distance. Extremely useful. That's incredibly helpful for training runecraft and a few other things. Cure Other, which cures poisoned players. Humidify, which requires Dream Mentor. And it basically fills any water vessels you have in your inventory, which is sometimes very helpful. Moon Clan Teleport, which teleports us to this island. Group Teleport to Moon Clan, which teleports the player and anyone around them here. Cure Me, which cures poison. Oriana Teleport, which is very helpful. I'm pretty sure this needs to be unlocked by talking to somebody though. Hunter Kit. I don't remember what this actually gives you as far as what gear it gives you. Yeah, we can't use the wiki button on that for some reason. Doesn't matter. Water Birth Teleport, which teleports you to Water Birth Island. That's pretty handy. Cure Group. Stat Spy, which lets you see another player's skills. Suppose that's PK or bullshit. Teleport to Barbarian Outpost. Spin Flax, which turns all the flax in your inventory into bowstrings. See what I mean about this having a lot of skilling related spells in it. Super Glass Make, which makes glass without a furnace. Very handy. Tan Leather, which tans hides that are in your inventory. Khazard Teleport, takes you to Port Khazard. Pretty handy. A spell that makes you restore hit points faster. String Jewelry, which strings amulets without needing to use wool. That seems largely useless. Potion Share, which shares potion with people who are around you. It's kind of interesting and occasionally useful. Not usually, though. Magic Imbue, which is a big one for rune crafting. Requires 82 magic. It lets you make combination runes without having to need talismans. So this is incredibly valuable. Fertile Soil, which fertilizes a patch without needing to actually have compost. It's a bit expensive. It can be upgraded also to do ultra compost instead of super compost, but that requires doing volcanic mine to get the thing. Fishing Guild Teleport, which you can just get a skills necklace, so it's not that useful. Teleport to Target, which I think is some PKing bullshit involving Bounty Hunter. Not entirely sure. Plank Make, which basically lets you make planks without a sawmill. Kind of expensive. It also consumes, it doesn't say it, but it consumes gold coins too. Less gold coins than it would take if you bought the planks at a sawmill, but not so much less that it's really... It's not cheaper. Not really. Catherby Teleport, which is kind of useful, I guess. Recharge Dragonstone, which lets you recharge enchanted Dragonstone jewelry. But it requires the Fremennik Hard Diary to do. That one's... It only works on certain kinds. I don't think it works on everything. It might. Ice Plateau Teleport, which is pretty nice. For certain kinds of things. Energy Transfer. Lets you spend hit points and special attack energy to give another special attack and run energy. Okay. Seems niche main bullshit. Heal Other. Transfer your health to somebody else. Vengeance Other, which lets basically cast Vengeance on that player. Vengeance is a spell that If you take damage, it deals damage to whoever dealt the damage to you. Basically, it's recoil, but fancier. There's Vengeance itself. Heal group, which is okay, I guess, and spellbook swap. So spellbook swap is really interesting. It lets you temporarily swap to a different spellbook that you have access to for one spell. So you cast spellbook swap, and then you can choose to cast another spell from a different spellbook. It's super niche, but it is very occasionally useful. If you need to cast a bunch of things from the Lunar Spellbook, but occasionally something else. It is a bit expensive to use, so it's not commonly used for just frivolous things. But it is there. And the swap only lasts for one spell cast. But really the reason I would want this is NPC contact, so that I can repair pouches and Guardians of the Rift. Magic imbue, so I can imbue combination runes in Guardians of the Rift. And then super glass make to help with crafting training. That's pretty much it. But despite only having a few spells in there that I actually ever really need, they are helpful ones. So Dream Mentor, it's a quest that follows immediately after this one. It involves a lot more combat. Although really it's not that bad. It's like not hard combat, it's just more combat. Oh, man. I just don't feel like doing Dream Mentor right now. We should probably do that First Light. It's a Hunter's Guild introduction quest that I keep forgetting is a thing. I cannot stop yawning. Large part of that is that I'm really tired, but anyway. I may have mentioned I'm really tired right now. But in case I didn't, I'm really tired right now. Alright. Let's take the Quetzal to the Hunter's Guild. And there's a bank over here. Now, there's a banker wandering around. If you talk to them, they'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't bank here. You're not a member of the Hunter's Guild." Unless you are a member of the Hunter's Guild. Well, if your Hunter's level is too low, they won't let you bank here. However, if you just click on the bank chest right beside them, then you can bank anyway. Yes, that's kind of stupid, but that's how it is. Somebody screwed up a little bit. And Okay. That should be more or less the order those go in. I don't think this vial is useful for anything anymore. Oh, really? Interesting. Well, we're ditching this vial anyway. I don't need the bronze axe. That's going on the ground. The seal of passage I do need. I'm going to go ahead and keep it in here with the rest of my skilling outfits. That's probably the most reasonable place to put it. The astral runes can go in the rune and magic tab. Alright, what do I need for this? A box trap. A hammer. And a needle. Okay. Alright. Let's talk to the guild scribe. So hunter rumors are basically Slayer but for hunter. And with a few improvements. If you set it up right, it's definitely a lot better than Slayer. Okay. Where exactly am I going? Over this way somewhere. I think right over there. Okay. Now we got a runway over here. Well, are any of you little shits gonna wander into the box trap? Yes, yes they are. It just took forever. Okay, now we need a second one. Come on, the box trap's right there. Go for it. Okay. Now we go back to talk to the dude. Tell him we made his medicine for him. Okay. If I have to go to Civitas, it's faster to teleport to house and then teleport to Civitas from there. The portals in this house are in a much different order than they are in the UIM house. And that throws me off sometimes. Okay. Okay, back to what's his face by that crevice. I think the fastest way is just going to be to run. Yeah, we're not that far away. It would take longer to teleport back to the city and grab the Quetzal than it does just run. Alright, Hunter Fox. Okay. Seems pretty insistent they get a needle instead of the costume needle. Suppose I'll just grab one out of the bank. Just in case I do action need a needle. Okay, I can buy needles here, or I could just go over here and get them out of the bank. I think I have several. Apparently I only had one. Which means I should probably buy some more, but I don't really need them most of the time. Okay. So I managed to fix the cat bed, and now we can go complete the quest. And yes, that was pretty much the entire quest, was attempting to fix the cat bed. Well, partially fixing the cat bed and partially running around talking to people who needed their own set of help so they could fix the cat bed. Kind of a silly quest, but oh well. 1 quest point, 4,500 XP, 800 construction, 500 herb lore, access to master tier hunter's rumors. Nothing amazing, but every little bit of XP matters. Let's see. I don't actually have that many quests left. At least not that have the requirements met. Even if I set this to quest, there's only a couple that I don't actually have requirements for. A big one, of course, being Song of the Elves. Still have a bunch of requirements for that yet. Which I should go farm those out soon, TM. Because so is a giant. Once you get that finished and have Prif access to Prif Dennis, that is extremely helpful. Oh well. Perilous Moons. I do have look at the wiki here for a second. Okay. Moons of Peril. This is a terrible suggestion, by the way. Prayer can be restored by catching moonlight moths with a butterfly net or barehanded? No. There's so much better potions you can get in there than that. A Guthan's armor set and super combat potions can be used? No! Guthan's set, yeah, sure, but not the super combat potion. You don't need it. There's a special potion inside Moons of Peril that you can make that is equivalent to both a prayer and a super combat. Actually, it's better than a super combat. I guess if you have your herb lore way too low, might be better to bring your own, but also that's just not very smart. Oh well. It's an easy quest, so we'll take it. I could go do Moon's Apparel now. I'd rather have better armor though, so I'll probably wait on it. It was like I did get 60 prayer yesterday, was it? Which is very handy. Oh yeah, the real reason, the thing I was looking for is the Moonlight Potion. Provides temporary skill boost to attack, strength, defense, and restores prayer points. Okay, the value of the boost depending on player's Herblore level. That's what I want to know. Is how strong this is. So it's 15 attack boost, 16 strength, 10 defense. So it's almost as good as super combat. And 26 prayer points. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm curious. I was curious what it'd be like at 65 Herblore. If I remember correctly, a super combat potion is let's see, plus 15 boost for me right now in all three skills. So the Moonlight Potion would be slightly worse for defense, slightly better for strength, and the same for attack as a super combat. And I'm not sure what my actual prayer restore would be with a prayer point, the prayer potion. But 26 isn't bad. It's probably better than a standard prayer pot. But anyway. So it would be useful to get 70 greater than 70 Herblore for the defense boost part of the potion, but yeah. Actually, one more level, I think it would start giving me 15 for defense for Herblore, but it really doesn't matter. And I do have the steel ring. I think my armor's tanky enough. Let's see, the steel ring is plus 24. Fighter torso is a little worse, well, a lot worse than stab. Okay, what attack style does... I keep closing this and I really shouldn't. Not sure why it's giving me this stuff about. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, Blood Moon is the Blood Moon's only really hard one. Blood Moon uses typeless slash attack. Typeless means you can't pray against it. Slash means that it checks against your slash defense. So slash defense on the fighter torso is plus 85. It's plus 84 on the granite body, which means fighter torso would actually be my current best available. Yeah, let's gear up for this. Why not? Armadale plant legs, because of course. Rune Kite Shield would be the best defense I have. I could have about half the defense take the Dragon Defender for plus 6 melee strength. But I think I'd actually prefer the defense. And then Zombie Axe is the obvious weapon. Climbing Boots for a little bit of strength bonus. Ardoin Cloak, because that's still currently my best cape. Rada's Blessing, because might as well. There's nothing else that goes in that slot that's better. And Explorer's Ring? No, because I have the Steel Ring. Okay. Oh, I need an amulet yet. So I could bring an Amulet of Glory, which can be plus 3 defense bonus. That's not worth it. So the Strength Amulet is probably better. And that gets me another max hit to 27. Now, as far as inventory goes, I don't believe I would actually need anything. Everything you need to complete the raid is available. Or not raid, but the bosses is available inside the fight. Yeah, let's go see if we can do Perilous Moons. The worst that can happen is that we die and oh well. Just get our stuff back, big deal. Okay, Pestle Mortar, yeah, that's all stuff you can get inside. Alright. Not sure what I need an anti-poison for. I think it's full of shit, because I can't think of anything an anti-poison's good for in there. Alright, I'm probably wrong, but I guess if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let's go over here to the Quetzal. And we take the Quetzal to Tiamat. And then from the Tiamat, we run all the way down around to Camtorum. If I remember correctly, my gear when I did this on the UAM was a lot more scuffed than this. Which means we should, if we have any amount of good luck at all, we should be able to breeze through this. Okay. Not only have I done this at least twice before, but I believe I've done it on stream at least once before. So I'm just going to spacebar the hell through this. And then we can go smack boss. Okay. So first we have to go set some camps up throughout the ruins. So these sulfur Naguas, they have an interesting mechanic that prior to this being added to the game, most enemies didn't have, or wasn't even a thing prior to this, to Varlamore, I don't think. And that is they have negative flat armor. So if you hit them, you do guaranteed extra damage. Which means, and it's per hit. It's not... we're gonna call it... It's not per attack. So if you have a weapon that hits multiple times per attack, you will deal that damage multiple times per attack you make. And around the same time, they added weapons that deal multiple attacks at once. And modified some old ones where it makes sense. Well, that happened mostly later. For example, Torag's hammers from Barrows. They always attacked in a thump-thump kind of animation because they were two, basically a pair of hammer weapons. Anyway, those were modified not too long ago so that they deal two hits, they deal their damage in two separate hit splats. Anyway, so the Sulfur Naguas drop a weapon that I think is just a pair of daggers. There's another Nagua type that drops a pair of icy hammer looking things. And then there's another one that drops another pair of dagger type weapons. All of them dealing dual hits of damage. They're pretty good weapons for certain kinds of enemies. I think the Moons of Peril themselves have the same kind of negative armor mechanic. At least some of them do. So technically, those weapons would be reasonable choices against them. So I guess if I wanted to, I could try out Sulfur Blades or whatever. But I'm just going to use Zombie Axe. We actually have some Sulfur Blades because Crane, that lucky bastard, was running through past the Sulfur Naguas and decided to stop and attack a couple of them, and they almost immediately dropped the weapon. When that guy gets spooned, he gets mega spooned. Okay, so now we got to run around with these talisman. Or wait, no, now we got to go get these talisman enchanted. And then we got to run around with the talismans. Looking for a specific spot. I really don't like the way that occludes your view, but oh well. Oh, it looks like they might be gearing up to go do the Tob run. Maybe we won't kill Moon's Apparel. Okay. East, south. Oh, that gate's closed. Okay, let's go this way for now. East and south. Okay. North and east. This place is, I don't know. When you think you have it all figured out as far as which direction leads to where, I've never quite figured out where exactly you're supposed to go for anything. It feels somewhat unnecessarily like a maze. I think I do need to go back to the ancient shrine. Okay, there we go. Damn it. I forgot about that. You have to not click them. First instinct is click to talk. Okay. Now, we need to go back to the main chamber. However, I'm not actually going to do that. I instead going to juice up with some of these moonlight potions. And then I think we're going to bail and come back to this later. Although we are going to go talk to the person in the main area first. There's an entrance here. It doesn't actually lead to anywhere. It really should, but it doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't, but somebody must have changed their mind or something about wanting to have it connect up, and then they just never removed the actual entrances. They just made them not link. It's kind of weird. Maybe it'll be a diary reward or something. Alright, we have to gather some supplies. Actually, we just grab our pestle and mortar right there from the ground. Okay. I don't remember. There's a way to move left and right, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, you gotta click farther down. Yeah. Anyway, we only need a couple. Because we just need some scales. So I probably shouldn't have messed around with that, but anyway. Don't care about that. Don't care about this anymore. The fish aren't the best food. Depending on your levels, they could be the best food. But assuming you were 99 and everything, the fish would be a little subpar compared to these guys, the lizards. I think we only need one lizard. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're all done with the quest except for the actual, you know, kill the moons part. Which I will do later. Because right now, or not right now, but soon right now, there's apparently going to be some Theater of Blood entry mode going down. Which means I need to get equipped for that. I don't remember who all is participating, but alright. Black D-hide, Barrow's gloves, Helvnate is not. Climbing boots, because I don't have any better boots really. Don't think steel ring is worth anything here. Because nothing really attacks you in melee. Which means Explorer's Ring for the prayer bonus, Ardoin Cloak, Radha's Blessing. Okay. I do have 300 rune arrows. I'm debating whether or not I should bring the short bow or I should bring the crystal bow. Amulet of Glory is the obvious one-size-fits-all choice. Okay, do I have magic gear for a magic switch? Not really. I haven't bought Mystic yet in this account because I'm poor. I don't think I bought. Yeah, no. Which means I guess the closest thing I have to magic gear is Zamorak monk robes. Which is terrible, by the way. But it's better than nothing. Okay, Dracon Medallion. Get Diverse and Haza. Debating whether or not Ivan's staff would be better than whatever other options I may have. How many charges do I have in this thing? 1,800 charges. I don't have that many death runes. But I think Ivan's staff is the best I have available for magic right now. So there's my mage switch. Crystal bow is really the only reasonable choice I have for range. And zombie axe is the obvious choice for melee. So I think this is what I'm going to have as far as gear goes. It's kind of craptastic, but it's what I've got available. Dragon halberd might actually be useful. No. We'll not take that for now. Okay, a super strength, never hurt anybody. Super attack, same way. Those are always useful. You do get supplies in the raid. Some amount of them, anyway. I'm out of Renars. I do have some planted, so I go harvest them, but... Ugh. Yeah, I don't have prayer potions available. I think there's some in the group storage. I'll grab one out of there. Okay, there were some in the group storage. They've been removed. That's fine. I will just have to do without. I think the yeah, you get bandages, which are basically a combination of food and prayer potion. Well, they do a whole lot more than that as well. Although, assuming we don't wipe it, I won't see any of those until a ways in. Which means I do need to bring some prayer potions, which means we need to go to Hesidius. Yeah. need to go harvest my Renars so I have some prayer potions. Okay. Grab another Renar seed so I can plant after I harvest. Actually, give me my secateurs too. It's only 10% chance of more crops, but 10% is quite a lot over time. Okay. Lovely. Now let's make ourselves a couple prayer pots at least. Okay. Not sure how many to bring. Probably at least 2. And then if I fill the rest up with food. Want to leave an empty spot so that I can equip two-handed weapons. What do I have as reasonable food? Don't remember how much the different fish heal. $13 for a cooked bass. That's not great. Lobster are 12, which is even worse. Swordfish are 14, which isn't amazing, but is something. And tuna, which is probably our best bet, is only 10. Okay, actually, no, that is not our best bet. For some reason, I thought tuna was better than the rest. Alright, so for swordfish, it is, it looks like, from what I have available. Alright. I could go buy more Karambons, which are, like, better than that. Because they restore 18. When I'm really poor and don't want to waste my money on Karambons right now. Alright. I think that's about what we got going for us for this. Are there any runes that I would want to bring in addition? Alright. So we're going to use the Ranger armor for both melee and range. Because I think most things in there have magic attacks. So the Ranger armor is the best protection we have against that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put the Verse and Haza amulet there, actually. And then... there we go. Slightly better organization. Because this amulet's going to be left behind. It's just our transportation to get there, and that's getting dumped in the bank. Yeah. Oh. The raid itself probably won't happen right away. I think they were planning to do it kind of late. But I wasn't entirely sure it was going to happen today, but it looks like it was, so it's a good thing I am prepared now. So now the question is, do I want to set up a temporary tab? Let's just go ahead and set up a temporary tab. Boom. That way I can re-equip all this really fast. Exactly the way it's laid out. So I can go ahead and dump all my stuff. Okay. Now let's get re-equipped for moons again. I should have saved my moons loadout, but I didn't think of it right then. Oh well. Let's see, it was Fighter Torso was actually my best in slot. Okay, if I use Dragon Defender instead of the shield, I get one more max hit in exchange for a considerable amount less defense. Although I also get a considerable amount less attack bonus. I don't think I need the attack bonus. I could run the DPS calculations and see. Okay, did I bring the barrel chest anchor? No, probably not. It doesn't look like it's going to be better than the zombie axe. Its melee strength bonus is a little lower. I might bring the Dragon Defender as a switch for certain circumstances. And use it when I'm not getting hit too much. Decide on the fly whether I want more DPS or more protection. Yeah. And any supplies for this are all things I can get inside the area. Okay. Now, back to Civitas. And then we take the Quetzal to the Tiamat. There is a closer Quetzal site, but we don't have it unlocked. Because it takes materials I don't have available right now to build. Namely Quetzal feed. So I need to start doing hunter rumors so I can get the Quetzal feed I need to build the Quetzal landing spots. But for now, we'll just run. Oh, it's not that bad. Okay. So they want you to have a crush weapon, a slash weapon, and a stab weapon. I have a crush and slash weapon. That really can't do stab. But that's fine. I think the first boss is crush. Okay. So they want us to do Blue Moon first. That's not happening. That's a terrible order to do it in. For some reason they have you do Eclipse Moon last, which is really stupid. Blue Moon is probably the easiest. Eclipse is also very easy. Eclipse is weak to stab. However, okay, what are my attack bonuses? 105 slash, 90 crush. Okay. So the first one we're doing is Eclipse. And the reason for that is because when you're done with Eclipse, it dumps you out right in front of the Blue Moon one. And we'll do fish for the first one. Okay. So how many doses you get from each potion you make is random. darned fish keep trying to escape. I don't remember what the scales are for. Nothing, apparently. Okay, so why do they give you a knife when you... Yeah, you know what? I don't care. Let's go cook these damn things. We're gonna want to replace them with dead lizards soon anyway. Okay, I need to catch a few more. My fishing levels, or cooking level, is not high enough to do multiple at once. Okay. Yeah, the lizards are a much better food source. Fishing might actually be a little tiny bit better than for that right now. Neither of them is going to be that amazing. Alright, let's try to guess what phase is going right now. It's probably normal. You can see some of the special attacks when they appear in there. So we'll use that to judge when to go in. So we don't just appear at a bad time. Okay, normal phase is, I think, just started. Okay, so just started the phase where you stand in the middle and smack them. So we'll enter it as soon as this special ends. AKA now. Oh, I forgot, because the quest got the stupid cutscene. Get wrecked, Zuma, you idiot. No, don't move without the stupid ball. Ow. Okay. Stand on the damn thing. There we go. We are kicking Eclipse's ass, kind of, although we gotta eat a lot. Which does not bode well for Blood Moon, but... Damn it, I got out ahead of him. Okay, there we go. So the phase where you stand in the middle and smack him as he peers around you, you do a lot of damage during that phase. Assuming your gears and shit. Which mine definitely is not amazing. But even if your gear is a little crap. You still do a lot of damage during this phase. Okay. Now, the next step is Blue Moon. For that, we're going to grab a bunch of lizards. If I remember correctly, the lizards... You get more than one when you cook them? I thought that applied to the bream as well. But I guess we'll find out in a moment here. Let's try cooking these bastards and see if we get more than one each. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure which one of these actually gives more food for us right now. We're going to go in with 2 Moonlight Potions and then however many... I should have dropped that rope before I cooked the lizards. Oh well, we'll take a bream. This much food should be good for Blue Moon quite easily. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, it looks like it's during standard stage. Okay, this special's pretty tame. I think we'll go in during this special. Okay, the lizard's definitely better than the Bream. Okay, tornado stage. The boss will heal during this unless you like the braziers. It's not really a big deal, but it is a good idea to do it just because. After all, it's better if the boss doesn't heal than if the boss does heal. And we are absolutely wrecking the boss. So this is cold storage. Beloved by UIM everywhere. Because you can keep a weapon in here. If you just leave the fight without, if you log out without actually completing that stage, your weapon will stay stuck in that ice block and you have to come back to reclaim it. And if you just don't come back to reclaim it, then it stays stuck there forever. Alright. We got another brazier stage. Yeah, like Eclipse and Blue Moon are both very easy. We're not going to have trouble until we hit Blood Moon. And I guess we'll see if Blood Moon is actual threat or not. I'm definitely going to want to re-up my Moonlight Potions. Get more of them. And I'll want to get more lizards. Blood Moon is most likely where I want to actually use the RuneScape shield. But we'll see. I may not use the RuneScape shield at all. Depends if I'm just taking way too much damage, I might try it. But yeah. The DPS loss might be too great. Okay. Where's the camp? Way over there. I'm gonna drop all my bream. Except that one, which I'm gonna eat. And then we'll take Herblore supplies. Two 4 doses should be enough, particularly when I top off with that one. Okay, and then hunting supplies. We just want the rope. Grab a couple little raw mossy bastards. We'll grab 2 sets of them, I think. And that should be enough to make enough lizard bites. Not sure exactly how many this will cook into, but I guess we'll find out in a second. Okay. We have one empty... Actually, damn it. Alright, we'll catch one more lizard. And that will be enough. Or it darn well better be enough. As long as he cooks into 2 pieces, then we will have plenty to fill our remaining inventory. Yep, okay, we're good. Alright. Let's get back to the other cave. So generally, when you have good enough gear and your DPS is high enough and all that, you can make supplies for the trip once per loop. And then do all 3 moons. So you'd make supplies over there kind of in the middle of it, and then you'd have enough supplies left after Blood Moon to hopefully do Eclipse. And then you'd make your supplies right before Blue. Do Blue Moon, do Blood Moon, and repeat. But anyway. Alright, Blood Moon is the hard one because Blood Moon heals. Alright, this is perfect. We can go in as soon as this special ends. Not only are Blood Moon's mechanics a little more annoying to deal with, but also Blood Moon, a lot of things, if you screw it up, will just heal the stupid thing. And it can heal for a lot. Particularly if your armor is substandard. Which, oh wait, guess what? Okay, in we go. And it can also hit for a lot. So during this stage, you just don't want to stand on those tiles on the floor. It's pretty easy to deal with. The next stage is where it gets exciting. So Blood Moon hits you. Its subsequent hits will also hit you, and it will heal for every hit. And then for this, you need to step back and forward at just the right tempo so you don't get hit by the jaguars and you don't get hit by these stupid pools like that, because it heals the boss. Okay. It looks like we're not having any trouble at all with Blood Moon. I would still want better gear if I was going to farm these guys out, but like, I'm not having any serious trouble. I'm hitting often enough that I'm countering the healing. Like, could we be doing better? Oh yeah, we could be doing a lot better. But also, it's not bad. There's various tricks you can do to help prevent the heal from going off. Also, if you execute this correctly, you heal instead of the boss healing, which is pretty nice. There we go. Alright, that wasn't bad at all. That could have been so much worse. And through this door is where you go to get your reward. Which I think we can do now instead of waiting to after the quest. Let's find out. If not, we'll have to go into the quest first. Yeah, no. Okay, we have to go finish the quest and then we can come back here. So fighting these Sulfur Nagua are actually really good combat training because of their negative flat armor that I mentioned earlier. And also because you can get these free, super easy to make prayer potions and super combat. So you can just go in there and kick a shit out of them. Get a ton of XP and be boosted the whole time. It's pretty nice. $40k Slayer XP, 5,000 Runecraft, 5,000 Hunter, 5,000 Fishing, plus 2 quest points. So that gets us a 57 Slayer, just like that. And 55 Hunter. Nice. Alright, let's go and see what we get for reward. The rewards here aren't bad. And then there's some pretty nice mid-game armor available. And weapons. One set for each moon. It's basically the same tier as Barrow's. Okay, Liddy Darts, Blessed Bone Shards, Super Compost, Grimy Harlander, and Soft Clay. Nothing too amazing. But anyway. So we have plenty of Cooked Lizard and Moonlight Potion. We could easily do another loop. Then what we do is, as the helpful tile marker on the ground over here indicates, go again. But anyway. Oh, good night, survey. I think I'm probably going to end here. I don't think I'm going to do another loop. Not tonight. I'm surprised how well this gear performed, though. I expected that I would need better armor than this, but nope. Better armor would certainly help, make it go a little faster. Better, more strength gear would help, for sure. But like, this is not really compromising my strength gear too much. The steel ring is a big help. I did not actually need the rune kite shield, because Blue Moon did not heal that much. Either I got lucky, which is always possible, or I just didn't need it, which is also entirely possible. Anyway, that's off the list. I don't need to look at that anymore. The super compost goes over here for now. The Atleti darts. Go into the combat stuff for now. The lunar staff. We'll go in here with the rest of the lunar set, I suppose. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm planning to, Otar. I got the quest done this morning. Well, done. Up to the actual raid part. And I assembled, quote, my best gear, end quote. Anyway, I'm going to end stream now, though, because it is 10:30. And I'd rather be a little more reclined for the actual raid. Anyway. Tomorrow is Thursday, which is actually one of my favorite days of the week. Some weeks anyway. This week it will be because prototype, which I'm quite having fun with. So I will do whatever I have to, including if I have to nap during the day, so I can be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for that, and hopefully get started earlier than we did today. Oh, my sleep schedule. It'll never recover. But anyway. Friday should hopefully be EDF. And then Saturday and Sunday we'll be playing more Far Cry 4. For tonight, however, looks like Abby's playing MechWarrior. Yeah, we'll raid Abby. Why not? Better than raiding nobody. Sorry for the rousing endorsement, Abby. Anyway. Hopefully I see you all back here tomorrow for some very silly flying around New York City. And I will see you all later. Good night and goodbye.